Hello. The mission story of March 8, 2025 is coming from Seoul, South Korea. The title, I Can't Live Like This. Jin-seok was only 2 years old when his father died. He never knew the man who had loved and prayed for him, a Seventh-day Adventist pastor in South Korea. His mother, a woman of unshakable faith, raised him and his brother alone. But for Jin-seok, faith was just something his mother clung to. It wasn't his own. As he grew older, bitterness took root in his heart. If God exists, why did he take my father? The question haunted him. By the time he was a teenager, he had made his choice. He wanted nothing to do with God. One evening, during family worship, Jin-seok reached his breaking point. Anger and sorrow welled up inside him like a storm. He stood up abruptly, grabbed his Bible, and tore it in half. "Mom, don't tell me to believe in God," he said. With that, he walked out of his home and out of faith. For 10 years, Jin-seok lived on his own terms. He dropped out of school, smoked, drank, and surrounded himself with people who had no interest in God. He despised Christians, especially Adventists. To him, their faith was nothing but a cruel illusion. But God had never stopped watching over him. One day, Jin-seok found himself at SABBATH University in Seoul, an Adventist school, purely by accident. A friend had some business there, and he was just tagging along. While waiting, he searched for a hidden spot to smoke and stumbled upon a quiet, park-like area filled with trees and stone benches. He had no idea he had just walked into a prayer garden. As he lit his cigarette, his eyes fell upon a Bible verse engraved on a stone. He froze. A strange feeling washed over him, one he couldn't explain. He had no memory of his father, but he knew his father had studied at this very university. Had he prayed in this same garden? Had he once sat on this very bench? Then, his thoughts shifted to his mother. He remembered the whispers. "She's dying." For the first time in years, tears filled his eyes. His father had been taken from him. Now, was his mother about to leave him too? "I can't live like this," he murmured. With the cigarette still burning between his fingers, Jin-seok did something he hadn't done in a long time. He prayed. "God, if you exist, please help me. Please help Mom. If you do, I'll surrender my heart to you. I'll give my life to you." He didn't know if God was listening. He didn't know if God even cared. But soon after that prayer, something happened. His mother recovered. And Jin-seok. He kept his promise. He returned to SABBATH University, not as a lost soul searching for a place to smoke, but as a student preparing for ministry. Just like his father before him, he became a pastor. His mother, once heartbroken, now rejoiced. But the story didn't end there. Jin-seok married, became a father, and dedicated his life to caring for others. Remembering the loneliness of growing up without a dad, he opened his heart to 4 teenage boys from single-mother homes. With the support of his church, he gave them love, guidance, and something he once thought impossible, hope. All 4 boys have now given their hearts to Jesus. They know they have a heavenly Father who loves them even more than Jin-seok does. Gone are the days when Jin-seok cried out, "I can't live like this." Now, he lives with purpose, with love, and with faith. And one day, when Jesus returns, he knows he will finally meet the Father he never knew, the man who once prayed for him even before he was born. Because God never stopped writing his story.